Hi, fabulous. Ali here, aka the Law of Attraction Lover. So, in season 2 of episode 6 of the Fab Over 40 show, um, honestly, it's been a while. I don't know why I have to admit that, because you might not know it's been a while. You might just have come across the podcast and start listening to the episodes. So there was a season 1, and I felt inspired to start a season 2. And in all honesty, I've been creating a lot of content lately in various different formats in various different places. And as I'm recording this, we're just coming towards the end of 2024. And as I thought about it and some things that have happened recently, I was actually thinking 2024 may not be the year I expected it to be, or anticipated it to be, or intended it to be at the end of 2023 or the beginning of 2024. But actually, do you know what? It has been my best year ever in my business. And again, it might not be where I anticipated it to be. But I'm really happy. I'm really satisfied. And I've entitled this episode Quit Counting, and it might help you. So I'm literally recording this now 2 minutes to midnight on the 20th of December. I'm not sure when I'm going to publish it. But I thought I'm following inspired action and I'm going to make a podcast episode because there's bits of information or things that have come into me and where my mind's going and rattling around, and these things, are popping to the surface. And I thought this might actually help somebody that where they are with their life. So if you aren't aware, my life changed, really changed in 2010. I was reading lots of personal development books, and my life was in the toilet, which is a bit of a contradiction in terms. And then I was in quite a bad place, and then I had this epiphany in 2010, and I realized that I was reading all these books, but I wasn't taking any inspired action. And then I thought, well, what actions do I take? And I literally felt like this divine download said, get up 10 minutes early in the morning and write 3 things that you're grateful for. And I didn't know why I was doing it. I just trusted it. I did it. I started in my journal and I would write things that just grateful that I had a roof over my head, electricity, light and heating, um, hot and cold running water, things like that. And then I started to notice positive changes in my life, and I started to turn them into affirmations when I wrote them in my journal. And yeah, things started to get better. So my life, sort of improved. Um, we're in like 20, it's quite a long time ago since that happened. But yeah, I think we all have we set intentions and dreams and goals and where we expect to be and things that we want to do. And I was actually inspired by a couple of ladies because I actually manifested my first business in 2017 by using the law of attraction and things like that. And then I became passionate about online marketing and digital space and the freedom that it can create. And then because I was passionate about it and what I was learning, I was actually then starting to coach and teach other people, originally for free, accidentally, and then paid. Yeah, and this my confidence is growing this year, is getting better and better. I'm helping more people. And some people that and I will give their names. So one lady is somebody called Kimberly Olson, and I came across her, and I don't know how, a couple of years ago, and she really inspired me. And then she sort of dropped out of my awareness, and she's come back in again, and she's having massive growth in her online presence and her skills and ability and her confidence. And I don't know why I'm pausing there. Yeah, it's just a odd time of night that I'm recording this, listening to things. And she has been saying, the content that I've been listening to recently, that she saw the value of starting a YouTube channel, and she thought she was going to be, this is back in 2011, she thought she was going to be this big millionaire making all this money. She said, honestly, and I love the fact that she shared this honestly, she didn't make any money for 6 years. And she said, if any of you are out there building your business and you've made money within the first 6 years, you're doing better than I am. And now she's on her 9th million or something like that she puts out on her stuff, that she might have just touched 10 million in her business. And she only sort of really established herself in 2018. And I often talked about the fact that I love somebody called Amanda Francis, who, again, since I've come into Amanda's come into my awareness, I've watched her massively grow. And she had an anniversary of her business a few months ago. And so she did a podcast episode on that, I think it was. And she said that she didn't make any money in her business for 3 years. And I'd just seen a post, and love him or hate him, and that's what inspired me to jump on it. It was a picture of Elon Musk, and it said something, and I'm just going to get my phone out, and it's very random. And have a look at, because I shared it. So I'm going on my own profile now. Bit random when you're doing a podcast episode. Yeah, so it says, never give up. You can be grinding for 4 years with no results. And on the 5th year, you becomes the biggest thing. You become the biggest. So I'll read that again. Sorry, I'm saying I'm just doing this off the cuff. Never give up. You can be grinding for 4 years with no results. And on the 5th year, become the biggest thing on the planet. The power of never giving up is real. So yeah, these people that you think out there that they're like really successful, multiple 6, 7+ figure earners. And I love the fact that they say that they didn't make anything in 3 years, 6 years, etc. And I look at where they're at now, it's because they didn't quit. And this morning, I actually created some content because I've been running what I'm calling a gratitude advent event in a newly created or stripped out and rebuilt Facebook group. And I've scheduled all so it's based on a challenge I have, a 21-day gratitude challenge. I've repurposed the content, but obviously there's more than 21 days, an advent event. And I had created some bonus material, and I've scheduled it all so that it all goes out up until Christmas Eve, or goes out the last episode on Christmas Eve. And I got inspired to create a bonus about something called 3 feet from gold. I'm sorry about the pings, because I've got my phone on loud because I'm expecting a phone call from my partner who's out on his Christmas meal tonight about being picked up. So I need my phone on loud. This is really, really raw, isn't it? It's just like jumping on, recording, going for it. Yeah, so as like I said, I think it's inspirational sometimes to know about people admitting that they didn't make anything in their business for several years. And that post made me think, and I thought, oh, I could look at it and go, well, I had started my first business in 2017, and then I came across this material in whatever year it was. And then in 2020 or 2021 or something, I started to want to build on an online business and what my methodology is, and etc. And and I've made some money in it, so maybe not to the level that I wanted to make, but if I compare to myself to what Kimberly said, I'm already ahead of the game. And I set an intention a few months ago, and I'm working on something that I'm about to launch coming up. And I believe that will happen. Like I said, it's taken me a bit longer than expected because I'm putting more love and passion in it. And that's why I suppose that inspired it. And that's where I'm going. Because I thought, do you know what? I'm going to stop counting. I'm not even going to think about how long it's going to take, or if it takes me 1 year, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 10 years. I'm just going to keep going and never quit. And if we never quit, and that's what I was going to say, but I got distracted, is that I did this post for the group, but I think it's going to go out maybe tomorrow or Sunday, and it's called 3 Feet from Gold. And it's about this true story about a man called R.U. Darby that decided he wanted to be a gold miner, gold digger, and get his fame. Got some money from his friends and family, got them to buy into his dream. That if he was going to be mega rich, if they lent him a bit of money, that he would repay them tenfold, etc. And he did hit gold, But then the gold ran out before he had a chance to repay everyone, and he went home and he quit, and he was really embarrassed. But he sold his claim for a very small amount to somebody else that lived local. And this person had harbored the dream of being a gold miner for many, many years, secretly and quietly, and he observed other people and what they were doing, and then he bought the claim off of RU Derby. But before he started digging or anything, and you might think, well, what was the point in buying a claim that ran out of gold? He did some research, and then he employed an expert from locally to come and look at his claim. And the guy said, yeah, the veins ran out here, but if you, I can't remember if it was to the left or the right, but if you just move 3 feet over there and start digging, you'll enter the claim again. So sometimes this happens apparently in the gold vein, the earth and that will come in and it sort of break up the vein and it'll start again. And that's what he did, and he created his massive fortune because RU Derby gave up 3 feet from gold. And that's an analogy for what we do when we have a dream and it doesn't work out in the time frame that we want or how we expect it, we quit. We're actually quitting 3 feet from gold. If we keep going, there will be gold at the end of that rainbow, as it were. And just thinking about never quitting, like I said, it might 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, nothing happens. But imagine what might have happened on the 6th year if you don't quit. And that's what I'm going to do. But never quit, but maybe quit counting. Maybe good advice for someone listening to this today, because that's what I'm going to start doing. I'm going to stop like, oh, I started this in this year and that. I'm just going to quit counting, and I'm just going to keep on doing the do and do the things that I feel like I need to do. So, like I said, it's very late at night. We're on the brink of coming into 2025, where I believe I have a hashtag with Bring Your Dreams Alive in 2025. And in the notes of this impromptu podcast episode, I'm going to leave a link to a free ebook that can help you with some tips for beginners to start off learning how to monetize your passions and your hobbies. So I'm just going to leave it there and think about that, about never quit, but quit counting. Just keep doing the do and don't worry how long it takes. But if it helps you to think that there's other people out there that are multiple 7-figure earners now and didn't make a penny in the first 6 years, that can be inspiring to keep you doing the do and never quitting. And I'm wishing you all a massively fabulous, fantastic Christmas and a massively prosperous 2025 when you bring your dreams alive and